morning everyone. In this video we are going to discuss very important topic, time and work, and we all know that from topic time and work we are going to get 2 to 5 questions in various competitive examinations. If you write any competitive examination, whether it is like SSC or bank or RRB, any type of examinations, we are going to get 5 questions of minimum from this particular topic, and time and work is one of the important topic as well. But many of the guys, what they think is like time and work is like little complicated, but truly speaking time and work is like one of the simplest topic. If you're thinking that it's like a complicated topic, by the end of our video you'll be coming across that time and work is one of the simplest topic. So whatever we are going to solve in this video, all the questions are from previous year papers. Only we are going to solve previous year paper questions. So I will be showing you how to apply applications in those questions, so that it will help us to solve questions easily from time and work in any competitive examinations. So just trust me and watch our videos completely, so that you will be getting a clear idea what is time and work and how to solve those questions from that. Okay, and we'll be starting it from real basics to extreme high level. That is like we will start from like 0 and I will take you to hero level. It's like a promise from my side. In time and work we have only one simple concept. Once if the concept is clear, solving any question from time and work is going to be really simple. So just what you need to do is like make sure that your concept is clear, and don't forget reading the question and understanding the question is also really important. Once if these two are going to happen, then solving any question from time and work will be simple. So what we'll be discussing is like we'll be discussing multiple approaches. So we'll be going up with different techniques, that is like taking LCM, trial and error. Why? Because we can't stick with one single technique. Why? Because we need to be really smart in examination. So I'll be showing you multiple techniques which will help us to solve the question from time and work in just a fraction of seconds. And if you are new to our channel and if you have not yet subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to our channel and click on the bell icon, so that you'll be getting the notification once the video is uploaded. And I need all you guys to share our videos with maximum number of persons. This is the only request I have for you. Why? Because I need support from you guys. So try to share our videos with maximum number of persons, and I will be coming across best and unique techniques which will help you to crack the examinations as early as possible. As I have said you, I'll be starting from real basics and I will take it to extreme high level. Okay, let us look at simple basic points here. Let us say example, A can complete a piece of work in 60 days. If A can complete a piece of work in 60 days, then 2 A's can complete work in how many days? 2 A's can complete work in how many days? This was a simple question. If A is going to work, he takes 60 days of time, it seems. Then if 2 A's are going to work, then how many days time it is going to be? Now if you are going to say it as 120 days, it's wrong. But many of the guys, what they think is like, as persons are doubled, they will double days as well, and they will say it as 120 days. But it's wrong. If you think logically, if number of persons are increasing, then the number of days should decrease. Why? Because to do the same work, if more number of persons are going to come, the number of days should decrease. Then how you can say that if persons are going to increase, days are also going to increase? It's wrong. If persons are going to increase, days should decrease. So what happened is like here, what happened is like if it is A, it takes 60 days of time. Now what happened is like now it is 2A, which means number of persons doubled. If number of persons double means number of days should become half. Number of days should become half. So 60 days half is nothing but 30 days, which means simple thing, if A works alone, he will take 60 days of time. If 2 A's are going to work, it is going to be shared for 2 persons. If this work is going to be shared for 2 persons, then they require just 30 days of time. Yes, let us look at one more. Let us say example, instead of 2A, now it is like 3A. If 3 A's are going to work, now look here, number of persons, now it is like triple. If number of persons triple means number of days should become 1/3. Why? Because initially when persons doubled, days became half. Now person triple, days should become 1/3. 1/3 means 60 days, 1/3 is nothing but 20 days of time. So I can say that number of persons and number of days are like inversely proportional. If persons goes on increasing, days start decreasing. Even if you think logically, you'll be coming across that when you have more number of persons, you require less number of days. So we can simply say that persons and days relation is like inversely proportional relation. So persons days relation, percents inversely proportional to number of days. Why? Because if percents goes on increasing, days start decreasing. Yes, so if percents goes on increasing, days starts decreasing. So this is like really important concept. And if you have observed in the recent competitive examinations, what is happening is like we are coming across these values in terms of fractions as well. So you need to be good with respect to fraction values as well. Sometimes they are coming in terms of percentage as well. Whether it is like fraction value or percentage value, it's not a matter. The concept is going to be the same. Let us look at one more example. Let us say example, A can complete the same example. A can complete a piece of work in 60 days. If A can complete a piece of work in 60 days, then let us say 2 by 3 of A. 2 by 3 of A can complete work in how many days? If A can complete work in 60 days, now it is 2 by 3rd of A. Initially I have taken it's like 2A, now it is in terms of fraction. I have taken it as 2 by 3rd of A, how many days? Now if you observe here, what happened to percents? Percents became 2 by 3. Okay, if percents become 2 by 3, number of days should become inverse. That is like number of days should become 3 by 2. Why? Because if you look here, the same concept we have discussed here. If number of percents are going to become double, number of days should become half. Why? Because inverse of 2 is like half. So as we have said, percents and days are like inversely proportional. If number of percents are going to become 2 by 3, number of days should become 3 by 2. Now 3 by 2 means 2 goes here how many times? 30 times. 30 into 3, we can say that number of days is going to be 90 days. Okay, let us look at one more example. Let us say example, if it is 3 by 4A. Now 3 by 4A means, now if you look here, how many times? Now percents become 3 by 4 times. If percents are going to become 3 by 4 times, number of days should become 4 by 3 times. Yes or no? Why? Because inverse of 3 by 4 will be 4 by 3. So if percents are going to become 3 by 4 times, number of days should become 4 by 3 times. Now if you observe here, 3 goes here how many times? 20 times. 20 into 4, that is nothing but 80 days. So we can say that percents and number of days, percents and number of days are inversely proportional. If percents goes on increasing, number of days start decreasing. Is it clear? So simple and very important point. So percents and days relation is like inversely proportional. Once if you know this particular concept, I will make sure that you can solve any question from time and work without using any pen and paper, without any confusion. Okay, so just what you need is like make sure that the concept is clear. Once the concept is clear, you can solve any question easily. So simple basic point here, that is like percents and days relation is like inversely proportional. If percents goes on increasing, days start decreasing. Okay, so let us look at very simple and basic example. I will be taking one example and I will be showing you different variations that are going to come in time and work. Okay, so I'll be showing you with respect to one simple basic examples. Later on I will be solving the questions whatever that were asked in previous examinations. Okay, let us say example, A can complete a piece of work in 10 days. So if A is going to work, he is going to take 10 days of time. Let us say the same work B can complete in, let us say, 15 days. Let us say the same work C can complete it in 30 days. Okay, it is said that if A is going to work, he can complete it in 10 days of time. If B is going to work, he will complete it in 15 days of time. And if C is going to work, he can complete it in 30 days of time. Let us say example, if someone asks us what is efficiency of A. When I say efficiency is nothing but 1 day work. Efficiency or capacity or 1 day work, all are same. Efficiency or capacity or 1 day work. Efficiency or capacity or 1 day work, all are like same. Efficiency, capacity, 1 day work. Okay, all are like same. If let us say example, efficiency of A. What is efficiency of A means? I told you like efficiency or capacity or 1 day work all are like same, which means efficiency of A is nothing but work done by A in 1 day. If A can complete work in 10 days, in 1 day A can do how much work? In 1 day A can do 1/10 of the work, which means I can say that efficiency of A is nothing but 1/10. If let us example B can complete work in 15 days, then what is efficiency of B? Efficiency of B is nothing but 1/15. If let us example C can complete work in 30 days, then what is efficiency of C? Efficiency of C is nothing but 1/30. So what I can say is like efficiency and number of days both are like inversely proportional. So efficiency and number of days are like inversely proportional. If we need to know efficiency, then what it is like? Efficiency is nothing but 1 by number of days. Efficiency and number of days are reciprocal to each other. This is very important and basic point. Very important and basic point. Efficiency, number of days, both are like inversely proportional. Once if you know efficiency, automatically you can say number of days. Once if you know number of days, automatically you can say efficiency as well. Let us look at a simple example. This is like, let us say days, and let us say this is efficiency. Once if you know efficiency, automatically you can say days. Once if you know days, automatically you can say efficiency. Why? Because relation between efficiency and number of days is like inversely proportional relation. Let us example, a person can complete work in, let us say 12 days. If he can complete work in 12 days, his efficiency is nothing but 1/12. As why? Because I told you number of days and efficiency are like inversely proportional. Let us say efficiency of the person is 1/17. Efficiency is nothing but 1 day work. Or like one person can do work in 1/17. In 1 day he can do 1/17. Now what is the total number of days means? 17 days, which means if you know number of days, automatically you can say efficiency. If you know efficiency, automatically you can say number of days. Let us example, I told you like efficiency of person is 1/50. If efficiency of person 1/50 means number of days how many? Number of days will be 50 days. Let us example, a person is going to take 11 days to complete a work. What is his efficiency? Efficiency is nothing but 1/11, which means simply you can say that efficiency and number of days are like inversely proportional. Okay, efficiency and number of days are inversely proportional. Once if you know days, you can say efficiency. Once if you know efficiency, automatically you can say number of days as well. Why? Because you know that efficiency and number of days are like inversely proportional. Now how questions look like in time and work? Now how questions look like in time and work is like, the questions generally looks in this way. They will ask questions like, if A and B works together, how many days they are going to take? Or they will ask, if B and C works together, they are going to take how many days? If C and A works together, they are going to take how many days? Or they will say, if all A, B, C are working together, then they are going to take how many days? The questions will be in this way. Or the questions will be like, if they are going to work in alternate days, or if they are going to leave in the middle, or if they are going to join in the middle. The questions will be like different variations. But all these questions go with only one single concept. Okay, once if the concept is clear, then automatically you can solve any question. Now let us solve these particular questions with respect to this example. Okay, let us solve these particular questions. Now this question, it is saying that A can complete work in 10 days, B can complete work in 15 days, C can complete work in 30 days. Now your question is like, if A and B works together, how many days? If B and C work together, how many days? C and A works together, how many days? A, B, C works together, how many days? Now already you know what is meant by efficiency and all. Now to solve these questions, what happens is like, most of the questions you can get answers through taking LCM method. Yes, you can solve with LCM method, or generally you can go with general procedure as well, saying like 1/10, 1/15, 1/30 and all, but it consumes us some time. Or you can have like a formula as well. If 2 persons are going to work, formula will be like 2AB by A plus B. Or if 3 persons are going to work, then it is like 3ABC by AB plus BC plus CA. You have formulas in this way. But what happened if we are going to substitute here, then what happens is like, the formula is going to consume lot of time and you will be ending up with a lot of calculation. That is the reason we will not go with these formulas. Okay, so what we will be doing is like, we'll be going them and solving these questions with respect to LCM. Once if you are going to solve this question with respect to LCM, then these questions are going to be simple. Okay, and whenever you're trying to solve the questions, you need to solve the questions based upon the question, how it is given. Okay, we'll be coming across multiple approaches. Now if you look here, 10, 15, 30. 10, 15, 30, what is LCM for 10, 15, 30. So 10, 15, 30. What is LCM of this one? Now if you look here, again to calculate LCM, you're not supposed to do like this is like 2 times. You're not supposed to do that. Okay. Now whenever you're trying to calculate LCM, if you think that one number is a factor of another number, you can simply neglect that particular number. Now if you look here, is it 10 factor of 30? Yes. 10 is going to be factor of 30. When I say factor means it should exactly divide this particular number. Now 10 can exactly divide 30, so 10 is a factor, so you can exclude 10. If you look at 15, is 15 factor of 30? Yes, so you can neglect 15 as well. So I can directly say that LCM is going to be 30. Now what happens is like most of the time whenever you're trying to calculate LCM, what happens is like highest number will be the LCM, and to calculate LCM you're not supposed to waste your time. Let us example if the question is in this way. Let us say 12, 15, 60. Now what is LCM of these numbers? Now LCM of these numbers will be 60. So simply what you can say is like most of the time highest number will be your LCM. Let us example if it is in this way. 7, 14, 21. Now if you look here, if you need to find LCM over here, now if you look here, 21 is the highest number. Can I say 21 is LCM? No, you can't say 21 as your LCM. Why? Because 7 goes in 21, but 14 will not go in 21. Then what you can do is like simply double it. Why? Because LCM is nothing but least common multiple, which means we need a common multiple for all these numbers. As we need a common multiple for all these numbers, what you will do is like simply take the highest number and double it. Now if you look at here, 21 double will be how much? 42. Now if you look here, 7 goes in 42, 14 goes in 42, 21 goes in 42. So I can simply say that LCM of these numbers is nothing but 42. Now what happens is like in this question we have numbers 10 days, 15 days and 30 days. So what would be LCM of these numbers? Now if you look here, LCM of these numbers is nothing but 30. Okay. So what I will do is like total work. Now what you will do is like to do this calculation simple, what you will do is like assume some number as total work. So total work. So total work is nothing but LCM of these numbers 10, 15, 30. So 10, 15, 30, LCM will be 30. Let us say total work is to eat 30 apples. Okay. Now simple, why the reason we are taking LCM means to do these calculations faster and easier. Why? Because they are doing some work, but what is that work you does not know. You can take any work. Why? Because A is doing the same work, B is doing the same work, C is also doing the same work, but what is that work the question is not going to mention. So what you are doing is like you are taking a flexible value so that the calculation is going to become easier. So when I say flexible value, the meaning is like you're taking number which is divisible by 10, which is divisible by 15, which is divisible by 30. Simply, so that is the reason we're taking a LCM of these numbers. When you take LCM of these numbers, LCM is like 30. If you know LCM is like 30, so total work is like to eat 30 apples. Now if you look here, to eat 30 apples, A is going to take 10 days of time. To eat 30 apples, A will take 10 days of time, which means A can eat how many apples per day? A can eat total number of apples 30 by 10. Why? Because total apples are like 30 and he is going to take 10 days of time, which means A will eat 3 apples per day. Okay, I was writing here detailed. Why? Because this is my first question, so later on I will not write it detailed. This was my first question, that is the reason I was explaining you clearly. Okay. Now B is going to take how many days? B will take 15 days of time to eat 30 apples, which means how many apples he will eat for one day? How many apples he will eat means 30 by 15, he is going to eat 2 apples per day. Okay. Similarly, C to eat 30 apples, he is taking 30 days of time. Then how many apples he can eat in one day? 30 by 30, he can eat 1 apple per day, which means A will eat 3 apples per day, B will eat 2 apples per day and C will eat 1 apple per day. Okay, so now you know what is efficiency of A, what is efficiency of B, what is efficiency of C. Why? Because efficiency is nothing but work done by them in one day. Okay, now your question is like if A and B works together, how many days they are going to take? Now you know what is work. Work is like eating 30 apples. Now to eat these 30 apples, now who should eat these 30 apples? A and B together should eat these 30 apples. Now if you look here, A can eat 3 apples per day, B can eat 2 apples per day. If A and B are going to eat, then they are going to take 3 plus 2, that is like they will eat 5 apples per day. Now what happens is like 5 goes in 30 how many times? 6 times, which means they are going to take 6 days of time if they are going to do together. Okay, as simple as that. Total work is like 30 apples, total work is like 30 apples. A and B together they are going to eat. A can eat 3 apples per day. B can eat 2 apples per day. If both of them are going to eat, they will eat 5 apples per day. So 5 goes in 30. How many times means 6 times, which means they are going to take 6 days to eat the apples. Let us example, if B and C are going to work together, how many days? Now work is like same. Work is like same work, that is 30 apples. But now it is like B and C. B can eat how many apples? 2 apples. C can eat how many apples? 1 apples. So B can eat 2 apples, C can eat 1 apples. So number of days they are going to take. Number of days they are going to take will be 10 days of time. Okay, simple. Number of days will be 10 days of time. If the question is like C and A are going to work together, if C and A are going to work together means again the work is same. Work is like same 30 apples. Okay, same 30 apples. But now it is like C and A. C will eat 1 apple. A will eat 3 apple. Now both of them are going to eat 4 apples. That is 3 plus 1. Now what happened? If they are going to get cancelled 4 7 times. 4 7 times it will be 28. And you are left with 2 remainder. 2 by 4 is like 1 by 2. 1 by 2 is like 0.5. So we can say that number of days required is going to be 7.5 days. If let us say the question is in this way, if A, B, C work together, how many days? If A, B, C work together, how many days means again the work is same. Work is like same 30 apples. To eat this 30 apples, A is going to eat 3 apples per day, B is going to eat 2 apples per day, C is going to eat 1 apple per day. So 3 plus 2 plus 1, total they will eat 6 apples in one day. Number of days taking by them will be 5 days of time. Why? Because 6 goes here 5 times. So we can say that number of days will be 5 days. Which means once if you know what is the total work, if you know total work, then solving any question it is going to be simple. Now look here, these are like really simple basic questions. As I was discussing you basic questions, why? Because your basics has to be strong. Once if your basics are strong and once if you're good at understanding the question, why? Because time and work is like really simple, but the only difference is like you need to understand the question. Once you understand the question, whether they are coming or leaving or joining, whatever it may be, all of them will be like really simple. Okay, so as the reason our basics are to be strong, that is the reason I am discussing you everything in detail. So you need to observe carefully and know how you are supposed to solve these questions. Okay, simple thing. What we have done is like we need to know what is total work. Total work, it is nothing but simply LCM of these numbers. When you take LCM of these numbers, LCM of these numbers is like 30. Once if you know LCM of these numbers is 30, so total work is like 30. If total work is 30, A is going to eat 3 apples per day, B is going to eat 2 apples per day, C is going to eat 1 apple per day. Now these are like their efficiencies. Now if the question asks like A and B together, how many days they are going to take means, if A and B together they are going to work is like 30 apples. To eat that 30 apples, A will eat 3 apples, B will eat 2 apples per day. If both of them they are going to eat 3 plus 2 5 apples, so 30 by 5, number of days will be 6 days of time. If let us example, B and C are going to eat, B will eat 2 apples per day, C will eat 1 apple per day. If both of them they are going to eat, they will eat 3 apples per day. Then number of days, 30 by 3, that is nothing but 10 days of time. Let us example, if C and A are going to work together, then how many days? C will eat 1 apple per day, A will eat 3 apples per day. Both of them together they will eat 4 apples per day. To eat 30 apples, 30 by 4, that is nothing but 7.5 days. Let us example, if all A, B, C together they are going to do the work, then how many days? If all A, B, C together they are going to do the work, A will eat 3 apples per day, B will eat 2 apples per day, C will eat 1 apple per day. All of them together they will eat 6 apples per day. Then total work is like to eat 30 apples. To eat 30 apples, number of days required will be 5 days of time. Okay, so these are like really simple and basic things. Once if your basics are clear, then solving the questions will be simple. So for better understanding purpose, what we will be doing is like we'll be discussing each and every question model wise. That is like actually model wise is not required. Why? Because all the questions go with the same concept. So what we'll do is like for better understanding, so similar pattern of questions we'll be discussing, again the similar pattern of questions, again the similar pattern of questions will be going on in this way, so that you'll be getting a better idea on this one. Okay, and as I have promised you, all the questions will be only from previous year papers. No question will be own question, all the question will be previous papers. So what you just need is like make sure the concept is clear so that you can solve any question from time and work easily.